Matt Riddle meets Killian Dain in a very disrespectful manner. Apollo Crews, Kushida, Mia Yim beat the brakes off somebody. Johnny Gargano beat the brakes off somebody. Whole bunch of people got beat up tonight. Let's go.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
Hey. Oh, man. I feel like you and I've been here all day, girl. Listen, NXT AfterBuzz After Show. I'm going to start to my left. That's the only place I can start. Yo, nobody to my right. Miss my girl, man, hardest working woman on the planet Earth, man. Black girl magic all over the place. She's back with us. TK Trinidad.
What's up? Yeah, we've been here all day since 2 o'clock.
For real, yo.
Man.
It's your boy Evan T. Mac, man. Very interesting. NXT, as SummerSlam builds, so does TakeOver. They do it in a different way, of course, but they have to build them kind of simultaneously. Build up. You got the chat queued up just in case.
I do.
Who's up in there? Bosa in there.
Bosa's in there.
What up, Bosa? Who in there? Dylan in there? No, probably Star Drew in there.
Dan's in there. Just Bosa and Dan and Dylan's in there.
Yo, what up, Unc Murph? What up, Dylan? What up, DJ Sip? What's going on? You be usually in the chat. You, what up? So we start with my boy, original bro, Matt Riddle, my guy. Fresh off his match at Evolve, he comes out. He goes against somebody new, Arturo Ruas.
I think we've seen Arturo before a couple months ago.
We have. But like this, it was a highly competitive match. Matt Riddle wins with the kind of like the TKO. All of a sudden, Killian Dain comes out. The return of Killian Dain, the Irishman. He beats the brakes off of Matt Riddle. He puts Matt Riddle through the stage. He has crippled Matt Riddle. He has beaten him, battered him, and bruised him, and I know now who Matt Riddle probably will face at TakeOver. So, do you think this is good to have? Because I still think they're kind of building Matt Riddle clearly because they gave him a title shot against the North American title, but now he's just probably just gonna have a regular match and no titles on the line. But Killian Dain's coming back. So how can Matt Riddle be the guy that's coming back? They're trying to reestablish.
Well, with Matt Riddle, he's in a good position. In NXT, I don't know, like main roster, they would be good for him, but he's in a good position that whether he's going for a belt or not, he's still drawing eyes. Like, that he has the UFC background. That bro thing, I think, sorry, Jim, that bro thing is clearly working for him, and he has personality and he has a character. Right. So it makes sense. I don't know, today's NXT was one of those things where, you watch a movie and you're like, oh yeah, I think it was a good movie. Yeah. But then they're like, so what about it was good?
They had two good matches. They had the Breakout match was pretty good, but then they had like Kushida, Apollo Crews was clearly the best match.
But it's one of those things where if you missed it, and hopefully next week's episode is better. Yeah. If you missed it, you don't have to go back and watch it. If that makes sense.
Yeah. And that's getting back to your Matt Riddle thing, like that's what I always try to say to Flobo, and that's what I always try to say to Jim. It's they don't like whether they think the gimmick's working. The thing is, he has one.
Right.
He's just saying, what would you rather?
Viable.
Yeah, what would you rather have? Would you rather go into NXT and developmental and not have anything to develop, or would you like to have something?
Right.
Well, I would rather them be like, okay, take it away or dial it back or change it around.
Right.
But some of these guys don't have anything. Like, the Forgotten Sons are walking around and be like, we're the Forgotten Sons.
Yeah, it's just some beards.
Matt Riddle already has a T-shirt. He already has a chant.
He has flip-flops.
He has flip-flops, which will, when they hit the WWE shop, they will sell out, or there will be a high-selling item. Like, he already has merchandise. Like, they're thinking that.
Yeah.
Whether it gets over, I don't know. But I know, like I said, there's some of this wiggle room with Matt Riddle.
Right.
There's a lot you can do with an MMA guy. That's what I'm trying to say.
Well, yeah, his character in general, it's all around. So you have the chicks who, like, want to be around him or want to do him. You have the kids who find him cool. Yeah. And then you have the dudes like, oh yeah, like he can go.
Yeah, he's a guy. Yeah. So that's what I see. I don't know what's gonna happen with him and Killian Dain, but I'm pretty sure they're on a collision course to TakeOver. But with that being said, we get to the Street Profits there in the back, and the Undisputed Era kind of came out last week and kind of gave them a stare down. They're setting that match up as well. We talked about it off air. Do you think they retain their titles against Undisputed Era, or do you think this is the call up? You're seeing them on Raw every week. They were on Extreme Rules. They're damn it, I think they were on SmackDown. I don't even put it like this. They're around the main roster. Right. And you have to travel to do that.
Yeah.
Full Sail is one thing.
Yeah.
That was up north. They were in Philly.
Here's like because I like them, I definitely want to see them call up. But we've said this 1,000 times over.
Yep.
The call up is not necessarily. It might be nice, but
it's a promotion.
Timing is everything. Because the last thing you want, it's just like you're in high school. You're the best athlete in high school, right?
Yep.
Then you go to university.
Yep.
And you realize, like, you're not even close to the you fighting for the bench spot.
Like, that guy's an All-American. He was an All-American.
Yeah.
He's state champion. He won state champ. Yeah. Like, that's what happened when you
like
go to college.
people like know your name, and then people don't know you.
Straight up.
So it's one of those things where the call-ups, it's like they're getting called up, like you might be getting paid more, and now you can say, because I know some people, they just put NXT, but they don't put WWE in their profile. Like, some people are kind of weird like that. I don't know if that's a WWE thing or whatever, but it's like, okay, now you are going to this big university, or now you're signed with WWE, but it's like, oh, but I don't see you though.
Yeah. So what? And I think another thing that can hurt them is their babyface. I think what could really set them over the top is a feud with the New Day if they were heels. If they were heels and they came in and just beat the brakes, not two,
and used
just
Bianca.
just two of them, and they just came out with Bianca and they just went at them. I don't
understand why they're not even using Bianca.
Something's weird. Something weird's going on. It's weird.
Like, it's not even like, so
it's weird, man.
They're using Seth Rollins and Becky, who's been dating for literally a hot minute. Like,
Bianca and Montez, they're a legit item.
They are legit. I mean, they've been dating for years. They're married. Like they have.
It's weird, man.
They have
and they're both super athletes.
Yeah, they have Black History Month photo shoots. Like,
super athletes. Like, they're like, and the thing about it, they look the part, always in shape,
and their characteristics, them together, make sense.
Oh, they look amazing too.
Like, her character and the Street Profits, it makes sense. You can do it.
Like I said, I think that would get them away from the other stuff that I don't like that they do. I think with Bianca, they can bring a little. I think it'd be interesting. Like I said,
oh no, you'll be annoyed. Like, you're hoping. But you would be annoyed. And then for you guys who may be joining us for the first time, we're talking about is like, I don't know if you want to call it black exploitation, but
I won't even go that far.
It's just one of those idiosyncrasies where it's just like certain races are known for certain stereotypes, and then people capitalize on those stereotypes. Yeah. And I think with WWE, it's like if you do those stereotypes on your own, they encourage it.
Yes.
And then they want you to do it even more.
That's my thing. People always they miss my point on this. I just think these guys, because think about his Montez from like the south side of Chicago. Yeah. So he's a hood dude. So like, but he's also a soldier. He's a Marine and he was in the Navy. Like, you see, but no one would know that based on how he perceives himself. So what I'm trying to say is like, what you're right. It's this fine line. The problem is when they see that, like the guys like Cedric Alexander, the guy like Apollo Crews, they get buried by the wayside, and then these guys that do that, they get elevated. So it frustrates me. I'm like, oh damn. So it really is the thing. So those guys are in a tough spot. Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. We were talking to Awesome Kong about that today. We were talking to the Maserati about that today. It's just about what do you feel that kind of there's a fine line between that and keeping yourself, You know what I mean?
But that's the thing, though. It's the same like we had discussed, like with New Day. The personalities, whether you hate them or love them, the personalities that you see on TV is very similar to their personality off camera. Yeah. And with Bianca, given her social media presence. Obviously, I've never met her, so I don't know that. But given her social media presence and how they act to certain things, I don't think that character that she has on NXT is very far off. It's definitely amped up. Yeah. But it's not very far off.
Yeah. So it was very interesting. So I see them getting the call about. I think if they were heels, man, they go and get against New Day. I don't think they would get lost in the shuffle. I think it'd be amazing because everyone would be like, "Yo, they beat up the New Day?"
Right.
Oh hell no!
And then throw Bianca in there for intergender.
Why not? And just do what you gotta do.
Biggie in the chest.
Why not, man? So we get like a shot of like Mia Yim beating the brakes out of Marina Shafir. Mia Yim's finally telling everybody they keep talking.
Where was Shana?
I don't know. Now they're trying to give Mia something to do.
We didn't see Shana in a minute though.
I do see Mia being a champion at one point in time.
If she's a champion before Bianca, that's a problem.
She might be. Because the way they did the last match with Bianca, I think that's it for her title shots I put it like this. I think the next time you see Bianca, it might be main roster.
Like a call-up?
Yeah, ain't that crazy? I do, man. I'm telling you, I think they're done, man.
That's the good and bad thing about sports entertainment that is slightly scripted.
Yes.
Because you as the athlete know what's going to happen either right before you go on stage.
Yeah, regardless, you do know. Yeah.
You do know. And with WWE in particular, you don't have a choice. So
hell no.
You know, you put in all this work and you're literally 100 meters from the mountaintop.
Yes.
And they're like, yeah, no.
Like I read that when Undertaker didn't know till he was like behind the curtain, and Vince was like, "Listen, you gotta lose a bra," because they had to keep it quiet. They wanted anybody the dirt sheets ruining it. I bet you Undertaker was like, "The streak is over." What do you mean? Like what?
How do you on your psyche? How does that?
I couldn't imagine. The thing that's defined my career, I've not lost. I'm about to lose at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Oh, WrestleMania 30?
Yeah.
Oh, hell no. You're right. That's the one thing where when you go out for the Super Bowl, there's a chance you can win.
Yep.
We're the underdogs, but we know we can win. Ain't nothing scripted, but that's a tough. You're right. The mentality is very interesting.
It's like a hit to the ego. How do you do that and still put on a good performance? Obviously, you're trained, and you have the skills. And if you're a great wrestler or a good wrestler, you do it.
Yes.
But the inner part of you,
yes,
I guess.
Is that a picture of Nick Foles you queuing up there, right?
Yeah, it is. I mean, I'm talking about the Super Bowl underdog winning.
Are you eating something?
Yeah,
I'm eating some chicken.
That sounds amazing.
I mean, at least you're a white dude eating chicken.
Yeah, no. I was about to say something real street profits like. I was like, yo, give me some of that chicken. But listen, I just went on a whole rant about not doing that, so I can't just do that. So like,
that's exactly what I'm saying. With certain things now, you can't blame it. Like in the 80s and in the 90s, you could definitely say WWE used those stereotypes
100%.
and push them
100%
on people, and it's like either do or don't. But now we're in a good time as minorities where you can be yourself and not necessarily get penalized.
That's my thing.
I just asking you to amp it up a little bit.
Yeah. So like you're right. We're in an interesting place because back in the day that was it. You the black, like, come on, junkyard dog. Yep. Like come on, like people like that. Coco Beware was literally chucking and jiving every time he got in the ring. Virgil was a butler for Ted DiBiase. He was his butler. And Virgil was the black dude as the butler. So we're definitely in different times right now.
Yeah.
Man.
So
Goodness.
I mean, it's definitely a tightrope act.
So I really do think Mia Yim's gonna get a title against Shayna Baszler for the NXT crown, and I think she's gonna get the dub.
Well, I don't know. Do you think? Well, yeah, because Shayna drops the belt, it really doesn't matter.
But it would shock people because she's not lost. She just not.
Right.
Every time you think she's about to lose, she retains.
Yeah.
Could this be the moment? How much faith do they have in Yim? I like Mia Yim. She's part black. She part black.
Yeah, she's half black, half Asian.
Is she really?
Mm-hmm. We had this discussion.
I'm always just shocked by that. She looks so Asian.
But I think the Shayna drops the belt. She can still be part of NXT for like the next 6 months until WrestleMania rolls around.
Well, let's say what happens. What if they don't have that in mind? What if they have in mind calling her up? Where do you see her going? Like who feuding against who? Like
I mean, this is a problem though. I think there's just so many missed opportunities, and then again, we're here. And WWE's over there, so there's probably we're definitely not privy to 90% of what's going on behind the curtain.
Absolutely,
but I just think there's so many missed opportunities that they can capitalize on. So the whole Ronda Rousey UFC 4 horsewoman gimmick, like I feel like. One or two things can happen. She's called up, and they already know that Ronda's signed on for another 6 months. Like, she couldn't get knocked up. She's like, I'll come back. Like, I don't have a movie. I'll come back for these 3 months or 6 months. And, Shayna's there, and then Ronda shows up. Or Ronda's already there, and then Shayna shows up. Like, I feel like there's one or two things. And if you just do Shayna, and then we don't see Ronda for another 2 to 3 years, I think actually her contract's 3 years, but I don't know if it's a rolling 3 years. Because it might be you're obligated to let us know in the chat. If you're obligated to wrestle for 3 years, or if your contract is 3 years, but you don't have to be there.
That's interesting because I know her contract's probably a little bit different.
Her contract is a hella different than everybody else's.
She got that Brock contract.
Yeah.
Bro.
So it just really depends. But I think there's going to be a really missed opportunity if Shayna gets called up, or when Shayna gets called up, that Ronda's nowhere to be seen, or if they do it janky, like where Ronda's like in the stands cheering around. We don't want to see that either.
No,
we want to see them going at it.
Yeah, either
together.
have them start as a 4 horsewoman and then them having a beef and be like, listen, I'm the one that started this.
Yeah, or even because I know what's her Shafir and what's the other one?
Aaliyah?
No.
Oh damn!
See, exactly.
Damn, yes.
Those two are not. Let's know that their names in the chat. I really should know, but it's been a long day.
Damn.
But they're not ready to be called up. But even if they made an appearance,
oh damn!
You know, it would be good. Even if they make appearance how like Street Profits makes an appearance in the main roster, then it'd be fun. Then they go back to NXT.
Oh, man, we'll see.
So Shana can drop the belt. I don't think it's gonna matter either way because she's that good of a wrestler NXT wise.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter.
We'll see. I don't know if she will. Bronson Reed defeats Dexter Loomis in one of the breakout tournaments. Bronson Reed, very big boy. I think he looks Samoan. Let me know in the chat if you figured out where.
Well, he's Australian. So
you could have a little Aborigine up in him. You know what I mean? Might be a little bit. Might be a Kiwi. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, but he's very very big guy. You mentioned in the Keith Lee thing would be kind of cool to watch. Dexter Loomis.
Like two sumo wrestlers going. That would be awesome.
Like I really think Dexter Loomis was trying to be Brian Fury from Tekken. If y'all know what I mean, look up Brian Fury for Tekken. Very, very, very Brian Fury like.
His intro was way too long.
Yeah, way too long. He was smelling himself a little bit, but good solid match. I think these breakout tournaments have good matches so far.
Duke and Shafir. That's their names.
Oh, Jessamine Duke.
And Dylan said that the reports is that Ronda's close to returning. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
She's been like posting on Instagram and stuff like that.
She's coming back, and that's the thing about she's building anticipation, man. And I can see her getting the belt. I can see her. There's that's the thing about people that criticize Ronda. Like all her matchups, whoever she faces would be a main event. If she came back, if Lacey somehow got the belt and it's her versus Lacey, who wouldn't watch that? Like seriously, there's people you could put her against. Like I'd watch her and Naomi. I don't man. Like Ronda in the main. That's why they signed her, man. Like she could instantly come back and be like, yo, I'm challenging you.
Well, yeah, because her name is known.
I tried. Listen, y'all. She built that reputation.
She built that reputation. Dana built that reputation.
True, that's more
she
fair.
built that reputation, but
he booked her properly.
Yeah, and it was just the opportunity. If you look at the current UFC champ, Amanda Nunes, which the fight
she's the greatest.
crazy.
She's the greatest UFC fighter.
She's great, but they.
Exactly. See, look, that's a prime example. Like he booked her properly, but they got to a point where she had to face real competition because it was just too much people, so he couldn't protect her. So he was like hoping like that Holly Holmes wasn't going to be that devastating.
And then Holly Holmes got kicked in the face by Amanda.
Yeah, and then you got a man like then Holly I'm telling you, Amanda Nunes, she's gonna be ending careers left and right. They got to find somebody to beat her. Man.
Yeah, she's not
marketable. No,
not at all.
No.
And it's not even an English thing.
No.
It's just like Anderson Silva was marketable.
He was, yeah, and his English is about as good as hers. You know what I mean? But so it's very interesting, man. As far as that goes, we'll see. Like I said, pretty good. It's a pretty solid match for the breakout tournament.
Yeah. Oh boy, what's the one the
big boy,
Australia?
The big boy, Bronson Reed.
Yeah, I think they should sign him. The other one,
and he got the dub, so like he's still in the tournament. We don't know who's gonna win. Like I said, they say whoever wins gets the damn title shot. I'm like, damn.
Even if he doesn't get a title shot, I think his packaging is really
Oh, you mean like
good
American Idol?
spot.
Even if you don't win, you can still give him a record deal. Yeah, you still give him a record deal even if he doesn't win the tournament. But also we get Kathy Kelly back there with Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze is still hanging around Full Sail University.
Might as well, wouldn't you?
Yeah, why not? Like Forgotten Sons, call him out a little bit. That's very interesting. I said, like I said, it's all about the mentality. Are you the guy who likes to collect the check, or are you the guy who like to practice your craft no matter where you practice your craft at? And I think Tyler Breeze is one of those guys that is telling us that he's a guy that likes to collect checked, but also I'll wrestle these up and comers. I just want to wrestle
and stay in the same spot.
Yes, I'm good. Wait, Full Sail? We good. I got a house out here. People, I got a house out there anyway. Then we got like a little recap of Io Shirai, and she's still all in her feelings. And I like the new Io Shirai. She's gonna face Casey Catanzaro next week. Ricochet's boo thing.
Zeno Hours says Dexter Loomis totally creeps on IG models. A huge Jim Alexander mark.
Yeah, you ain't lying though. You probably like next week. Like Jim's gonna be like, who is that guy? Who is that Dexter Loomis? Because I'm telling you, he's box office. That's what he's gonna. That's what he's gonna be like. I guarantee you.
Oh my god!
I guarantee you, he's gonna be all about that dude, man.
And Antonio Banks says they're all signed. So I guess everybody's in the tournament is already signed.
Is he sure about that?
So, well, I mean, maybe they're in
That's a lot of people.
Yeah, but they actually signed
in the performance center.
Yeah, maybe they're in the performance center, and this is their thing. So I think you are right. I just don't remember seeing them.
But also about if it's just performance center, they always can let you go though. Those contracts are not as ironclad as people think they are. Because remember, old boy from the Tough Enough, the dude from the Bayou, he had a performance center contract too. and he got let go.
Yeah, there's a lot of people that
Yeah.
signed,
They'll let you go though.
because I think there's like those Performance Center pictures since Mia Yim was signed back in October. There has to be at least like four to five sets of pictures up to this point.
That's incredible.
And I don't think we've seen half of them.
So we get to the match of the night, man. We have Kushida versus Apollo Crews. Apollo Crews taps out via submission.
It was a great match.
It was a great match. You knew it would be a great match. The crowd was really excited to see Apollo Crews back. I like that they gave him that warm welcome. You think, because it's been a little bit since he's been in the ring and been in Full Sail. I just like that he had that impact on the crowd still. And I like that he put on a good match. His job, he knows his job. He's a true professional. His job was to come in there, have a good match with Kushida, make Kushida viable. Get some good work in. He's a guy that you can tell he's a gym rat. He likes to wrestle. I like the match.
The match is great, but this is the problem. It's just like when we see, if you watch NXT long enough, you see some people who have it, and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't wait for them to get main roster, and then they just completely fall apart. Not necessarily of their own doing, but they completely fall apart in main roster. So Apollo Crews, for all the talent that he has, like, you know who would be a good, just match-wise, like, forget the mic, him and Ricochet. Like,
It would tear the roof
yeah,
off.
there's stuff that we haven't seen. It's one of those things where, like, WNBA, you see all the female college, when females are playing college basketball, you're seeing them dunk all the time. But for some reason, when they reach WNBA, it's like a rare thing.
It's true.
It's not as often.
It's true.
And it's like, well, what's happening? So it's one of those things where you see all this talent and the skill and we know what he's capable of, and then he gets the main roster and he's either not allowed to do that, or there's not enough time. And obviously you haven't seen him fight often enough. I don't know what's happening when they have not the main shows, the dark matches and stuff like that, but it's like
he probably comes after that.
But we're not seeing that.
That's true. That's what I tell people. Like, he's probably coming out dark match. He's contractually obligated to travel.
Right.
So I'm not that. Where you cut your teeth is as far as where you get your recognition and where you become a Hall of Famer is on these TV shows and on these pay-per-views and winning these titles. I know they need to win the rest of the damn dark matches. WWE Live is all over the damn world.
Right.
So I know he's wrestling in a dark match, but we don't see that. Nobody see that. The average fan doesn't see that. Unless you go to every damn dark match.
Right.
So this is when we get. This is a chance when we get to see Apollo Crews, and he's great. And you're right, man. Him and Ricochet, United States Championship match. Apollo Crews with the United States title. He is the perfect United States champion.
Right. Just need somebody to talk for him.
Just need somebody to talk for him. I don't give a damn who it is. And another thing people don't do enough of is like have a strong female talking for a man. That's why there's Zelina. Andrade would be buried if it wasn't for Zelina Vega.
Oh, for sure.
I don't give a damn and I love Andrade, but I'm not a fool, man. Andrade is terrified of that microphone. Anybody he can't talk, he's scared of the mic.
Right.
Zelina made him viable, man. So like, maybe have a dope chick next to him talking for him, man. Like you remember when
Titus is traveling everywhere.
Yeah, remember I would love that because you know Noam Dar, that Scottish guy, that 205 Live. Remember, no one cared about that dude, and he got with Alicia Fox, and he was doing that Alicia Fox promo, and he was like always on 205 Live.
Yeah.
Now he's not. Like, she made him viable. Like, I just think you're right about that. The Titus, the whole BMP thing is perfect. If he's like the representative, oh Lord, Titus.
Why can't it'd
be so good. It'd be so good.
It's one of those things where I don't know if this is what they're thinking, but maybe they're thinking that we can't put all these black people together.
That has to be part of the thought. I just think, damn, it's still good though.
It happens.
Yeah, it's still good.
Watch Friends.
Yeah,
there's legitimately friends all over the U.S.
That's some real rap.
All over the world.
That's some real talk.
And there's really a black version of Friends all over the U.S.
That's true.
It's possible. It happens. Possible. So you can have a whole bunch of black dudes, have Titus rep them, make sure to get the matches. That's
what I'm trying to. It's there. I'm telling you, you can make it funny. It doesn't have to be serious. You can make it kind of funny. You can make different people trying to join it each week, but you can make them devastating. But you can be like, listen, I got to change some things.
Right.
I can be your representative of the blah 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 blah. I don't like these injustices. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just think
it's not like he's not traveling.
He's a. And that's another lifer. That's another company man. And I'm not saying that as a bad thing. You need people like that. You need people that like getting the paycheck. You need people that are like, I have great opportunities. I have great social media presence. I do a lot of
great
things.
Publicist.
Yeah, real seriously, I do a lot of great things for a lot of for kids and stuff like that. So there's a place for it, man. NXT champ Adam Cole comes out. Before that, Keith Lee cuts a promo, very long promo with Kathy Kelly. I like that he's getting more screen time. I know as much as Flobo and Jim are not the biggest Keith Lee guy for whatever reason.
I don't understand why they don't get it.
I don't understand. Like I'm telling you, it's very, very cut and dry. This guy is going to be a star. How big is his ceiling? I don't know, but not everyone can be Dwayne Johnson. There's places for everybody on the roster.
But I mean, so Big E hasn't been afforded certain opportunities, and now
that's their fault. That's their fault.
Right, that's their fault. But you could name everybody in New Day.
That's what I'm trying to say. So you can say whatever you want to say, but if you ask Big E in a good place right now.
Oh, kids love him, women love him. Dudes mess with him.
Merch sales on top of everything else, and on top of everything else, his career's not over. At any point in time, he can get tapped on the shoulder and be like, you know what would be really cool? You with the title, Kobe with the title, and you guys holding the tag team titles. You never know. So as much as I say Big E hasn't a chance, he has not been there for 20 years.
Right.
So everyone wants to compare the two. I think Keith Lee is a little bit different in that regard. I think there could be something there. I don't know who they're going to have him face. He was talking about how he didn't get any opportunities and how you see people about to get a title shot with this breakout tournament,
right.
But I ain't get no title shot. Maybe it's the dream. Who knows, man?
But that's the thing, though. Like you realize that all black people and all Hispanic people and all Asian folks and white folks, they're not a monolith, right? So you have a big dude. And just because you have another big dude doesn't mean that they're alike.
That's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, exactly.
And I think people don't understand that you could play the guy who is nice to the babies and the kids and the women,
yes,
and beats the brakes off of
that's
dudes
what I'm
who
trying
challenge
to say.
him. It's really that simple.
He's a teddy bear.
And there's a lot of dudes. I personally love those type of dudes. There's a lot of dudes that walk around like that every day.
I know a couple guys that are like that you think is
sweet.
They
single?
They think it's sweet. They think it's sweet.
He's like, oh, you don't want none of that. You don't want none of that.
No, you know what? Listen, you don't let the smooth taste fool you. You walk up on him, and then all of a sudden you think, because he's really nice. The boy can get down, man.
So it's like you could play into that easily.
I agree. I said. So I think you'll be all right.
And he could talk.
And but like this, if he beat the Dream, wouldn't you be pissed? If he's the one that takes the belt off the Dream, and then the Dream moves on to go against like somebody like Adam Cole, you wouldn't be mad, would you?
Yeah, but the thing is, even if he beats Dream, Dream has to challenge, or Dream gets to challenge again, right?
True.
And that builds more time.
Like, what did they get?
And they're both great talkers.
That's what I'm saying. See, I'm setting that match. Y'all need to make that match happen. Dream versus Keith Lee, because Dream would have so much material against Keith Lee. He would have so much material, and Keith Lee would have so much material, and it would be this great match. They would wrestle well together. Keith Lee's a little more. He put like this. They'd wrestle well together, and and
it's different.
Yeah, I might be getting ahead of myself, but we get Adam Cole, baby. He comes out. He said he's about to face somebody. The person he faces said it's not going to be him. Johnny Gargano's terrible music hits. He comes out, chases my man Adam Cole around the building, beats them all up, leaves them all broken and battered. I do not want to see this match again at TakeOver. Lord have mercy, please, God, no.
Speaking of psyche,
stop. They got to stop doing. They can't. Like, Adam Cole is better than this, and I'm not saying Johnny Gargano is bad. I go, he's done this though. He's done the Johnny Gargano thing though.
Right.
You don't have to do the Tommaso Ciampa back and forth.
But you have
thing.
to give Johnny something to do, and that's the problem.
That is the problem.
He is producing backstage, so there's the company likes him.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But oh God, Jim's not even here, and I kind of agree with him.
No, because you do. Because do not do this, Adam Cole. Give him a new opponent.
Yeah.
Don't do this to him, man.
It's like one of the two things. It's either like Johnny Gargano by himself. Like by himself, you could see from his indie stuff, he's a great wrestler. However, it's different strokes for different folks. And the main roster with Johnny, like I could definitely see him in 205. 100%. But when we were there for SmackDown in Ontario, we didn't even know half those folks. Not too many people. I think the majority, and I would love to see the numbers, I think majority of people watch the SmackDown, Raw, NXT, maybe UK.
Yes.
Because there's people that we've seen from Mae Young and other places that are over UK. And then 205 is...
Yeah, and that's why. And anybody that hasn't been to a live event, or anybody that's not well versed in wrestling, I know a lot of y'all in the chat are, but a lot of people that don't know the reason how they keep people for 205 Live is they promise them a great match at the end. Mm-hmm. So like a dark match, what say you? They'll bring out legitimately like top guys to face like for a title. So they make you sit through a 205
Yeah.
Live or a main event. That's why if you see 205 Live, there's people in the crowd.
Yeah.
Because they promised them like, and what was it? It was Kofi versus who? It was crazy. When it was Kofi versus, was it Ziggler? It was Kofi versus Ziggler or something like that?
I don't even know because
it was crazy.
It was because of Jim that we stayed that whole
me
time.
We ready to go. Me and TK ready to go. But we was running on fumes. It was like, damn, y'all. But no, but that's what I'm trying to say is like, when it comes to Johnny Gargano, like
it was Kofi and Ziggler.
How about we do not do that again? Not again. I need.
Somebody likes him,
and the thing is, I do too. But I think Adam Cole has closed the chapter on him when he beat him. What was it? Damn, he beat him. Oh my God, it was a 2 out of 3 falls, and Johnny won that. Then they had a rematch, and it was like 25-minute match, and Adam Cole won that match. I go, and he won the title. That's it.
Do you think Adam Cole's ready to be moved up?
No, and I love him. No, I just because my thing is where Daniel Bryan. That'd be dope. It'd be dope.
See, the problem is that, like, when we were talking to you, didn't watch, we also do Raw. Just, I'm addressing the people who don't watch us or listen to us all the time. Evan and I, Jim and Flobo, we also do the Raw show. And then if you don't know, Awesome Kong was on Women's Wrestling Weekly today.
Killing it.
Amazing show.
Killing it.
Definitely watch that. But it's one of those things where they're not even using all the people on the roster. So now we're seeing like Natalya pop up, we see Naomi pop up, and we did see Naomi sparkled in throughout Raw, but it's like she didn't have a storyline. So it's like you're not even using the people that you already have on the roster. And it's like Adam Cole, he might be able to fit in, but they're not utilizing the people there.
Yeah, use him though. If you call him up, use him.
Yeah.
That's all. Give him a proper feud and a proper
I mean, where's
build.
EC3?
Yeah, I tell people. Everyone thought I was crazy when I said he did something he shouldn't have did.
Yeah, let us know if he's injured because I haven't seen him.
Hell no, he.
And oh boy, what's the other one with the red trunks? Lars.
Oh yeah, he's like, I have issues. I'm like, go ahead, bro. So it's interesting. I think if Adam put it like this, no matter what, this would be the last match. I think if they go get you again, but I just think give Adam Cole somebody fresh to go against, man. I think it'd be really
is there
good.
nobody that's in the locker room that has the talent? Because let's be honest, NXT, even though they say it's a building brand, it's really not. Because if it was a building brand, the people that are in the performance center that have been training for a year, we would see them. Or we see some of them once in a while.
Or do you think he's going to get that match? Or you think they're going to do they're not going to do the Breakout title match at TakeOver, would they? Because if you you bring Breakout, you get the title shot.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to that.
I wouldn't be either. Like I said, it's somebody
different. Especially on the men's side, we're seeing more women trickle in.
Yeah.
But on the men's side, it just feels like we're seeing the same people.
I like Johnny, but I just enough, man. Enough with Adam. You gotta leave Adam Cole alone.
Dylan says Lars is injured.
Yeah, that didn't take long. How you get injured with all these squash matches? Oh Lord.
Well, that's the whole thing. It's like you have, and I'm not poo-pooing on WWE. I see the work involved. Evan probably more than myself. I see the work to do a show or 2 shows or 3 shows weekly every week for a full year and continue nonstop plus pay-per-views and be able to be creative year in and year out and stay on top of it and try to be the best and then do these contracts and do the money and make sure the wrestlers are happy and doing all this. It's a lot of work. It's a big machine.
And a charitable organization like they do. So between SmackDown and Raw, 104 shows a year.
Right.
Like live shows.
So
crazy.
And then you have the live shows, then you have also the TV shows. So it's a lot to do and to be creative day in and day out and thinking of storylines, and then you have wrestlers getting injured and you have wrestlers doing personal stuff on Twitter that they shouldn't have been doing. All that stuff to make it work every week is next to near impossible, as we are seeing. So some years are going to be great and some years are going to suck.
That's a good way to explain to everybody. Like, guys, you can't. It's like you can't have ice cream all the time.
Yeah,
it's going to be something that's going to rub somebody the wrong way. And when I'm speaking, it's just me saying, I don't want to see Adam Cole or versus Johnny Gargano. But if they don't feel someone's ready to go, then they'll go give somebody they know is going to be ready to go. Yeah. So, but yeah.
Or maybe they should just have fresh eyes, like almost like a rotation of the writers. Again, I don't know.
I think so.
What the writing room looks like, but maybe there should be like almost like a rotation. Because you can only come I'm a big idea person. I come up with big ideas all the time. However, if you ask me for big ideas every day, is
like can you imagine? Damn, that's crazy. What are we gonna do for Raw this week? That's crazy. That's crazy.
Like you'll never have a moment.
But yeah, man, that's it for us, man. TK Trinidad, where can the lovely people find you?
Gosh, so many places. If you want some cocoa butter, body scrubs, all that good stuff, you can go to centeringcompany.com. You can hit the code AfterBuzz TV. So all my AfterBuzz TV folks, you hit that code, you get a discount. Also, you can check out tktrinidad.com for all the updates of all the good stuff that's happening. Some events tomorrow, I don't even know. You have to find out. And then you can check out my Instagram and Twitter at TK Trinidad. And again, go to Women's Wrestling Weekly. It was a show. If you go on AfterBuzz TV Sports and Wrestling, click the Awesome Kong was there. She was absolutely amazing.
Amazing.
Took 3 years to happen, but she was amazing.
She didn't disappoint. Evan T. Mac, Instagram and Twitter. I appreciate all y'all in the chat.
Shout out to Barry Mac.
Shout out to my pops, Dylan Matthews of the world, the Bosses of the world, the Paynes of the world, Star Jews of the world, Dylan of the world, Boo Thang, Charlene, what up, girl? Marie, what's good? DJ Sip, you, what's really
Uncle
good?
Murph.
Farmer Nick, Uncle Murph. Appreciate all y'all in the chat. I love y'all to death. I will see y'all next week. I think I'll have a full boat crew later.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Ciao.
Maybe.
Our founder, Keven Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.